Hey guys, welcome back. In today's Connect, let's try to understand how to structure your PPC for sponsored product campaigns. So typically, you can break down your SP campaigns into three modules. The first one is your performance. Now, when I say performance, you are just going to have your exact match campaigns, and then you have your research. This is where you're going to test your broad and phrase match, and then you also have your auto campaigns. Now, typically, if you're launching your product for the first time, you're always going to start with your exact match campaigns. Now, what you're going to do here is you're going to identify keywords that are doing well for your top 10 competitors, and then you're going to test those keywords using your exact match campaigns. And when you do that over a period of time, you may come across two scenarios. First scenario is that you may come across keywords which are converting, and you may also come across keywords which are not converting at all despite spending a lot of money. Now, for the keywords that are converting well, what you need to do is you just need to continue running your exact match campaigns and then bid aggressively and make sure your ranking on that particular keyword is continuously improving. And at this stage, do not worry about your ACOS on these keywords. Simultaneously, what you need to do is you also came across certain keywords which are not doing well in your exact match campaigns. You're just going to negate such keywords from there, and then you're going to test those keywords in your broad match and your phrase match in search for search terms. Well, so that's the action that you need to take. Well, this is not the only thing. So simultaneously, there is one more important aspect. If you see here, I mentioned identification of seed. Well, you came across certain keywords which are doing well in your exact match campaigns. What you're going to do is you're going to identify your seed keyword, right? And then put that seed keyword in your helium 10 magnet and just see if there are any extensions or if there are any longer tail version of that keywords. Now just pick all such data points from helium 10 and also test those search terms using your broad match and your phrase match. Now you can test these search terms in a separate broad match and in a separate sales match. Sorry, sup- separate broad match and a separate phrase match campaigns. Well, this is how you're going to structure your PPC. Now, well, over a period of time, once again, you may come across or you will see a couple of more interesting data points. Now, you would realize that there are certain search terms which are doing very well in your broad and phrase match campaigns, right? So what you're going to do is you're going to pick all such search terms and then put it in your performance, as in you're going to put them in your exact match campaigns and then make sure your organic rankings on these search terms are always improving, right? And then and then you can also include your auto campaigns. Now auto campaigns are nothing but you're giving control to Amazon. Oh, sorry. So you're going to give control to Amazon and you're telling Amazon, see, this is my budget and I want you to go and search for keywords that are doing well. I just want to understand which search queries or which search terms are driving sales to my particular product. So this is how you're going to structure your performance and then your research and then your discovery. Now, in your discovery, you may come across a situation like this. Now, after running your auto campaigns, you see that there are certain search terms which are driving really good sales. What you need to do is just pick that search term, put it in your performance, put it in exact match. Simultaneously, pick that search term, put it in your research, a separate broad and a separate phrase. So in this manner, you're going to you're just going to test various, permutations and combinations. And the whole idea of doing this is to drive as many sales as possible. And you need to understand certain things here. When you are running exact match campaigns, there is a purpose. The only purpose that you have to run your exact match campaigns is to get indexed and also to improve your organic placement on that particular search term or a keyword. But when it comes to your research and discovery, when it comes to your auto campaigns or your broad and phrase match campaigns, you need to be doing a lot of optimization. You may come across search terms where you're spending money, but there is not much of sale. You should be doing your search term optimizations on a periodic basis. Well, you also need to understand that PPC, typically speaking about sales, PPC alone will not drive sales. Now, before initiating any of your PPC campaigns, firstly, you need to have a good product, right? Now, having a good product in itself is not sufficient. There are four important levers that drives, you know, sales, or that makes people to buy your product, right? The first prime important factor is your pricing. Now, let's say in a market, if all your competitors are selling a product at $50, you cannot just assume or expect that you can sell this product at $70. That's not happening. So make sure your pricing is in line with the average market price, or what you can do here is just check at what price your top 10 competitors are selling. Just take an average, make sure you're within that range, and that is the safest and sweet spot. And then comes your reviews and rating. Of course, yeah. So this definitely drives a lot of influences customer to make a purchase decision, because without reviews or without ratings there is no social proof. Then if there is no social proof, you will have to convince customer. I mean, it is much harder for you to convince customers to buy your product. Make sure you also have good reviews and also good ratings. Now, when I say ratings, if all your competitors have got 5 star and if your product has got a 3 star, then it's really difficult. Make sure that you have good number of reviews and also ratings. And the third important factor is your value. Now, see, please don't try to sell the exact same product as of what your competitors are selling. Now, if you are trying to do that, what will happen is your competitor will reduce the price. And as I mentioned, your price is the most important factor. Now, if he reduces the price, you are, I mean, that will influence you also, because if he's selling the exact same product at much lower price, no matter how good listing, how good brand you are, people will still go and buy his product, assuming you both have the similar kind of ratings and reviews, right? So make sure you're delivering more value to your customers. More value as in, just see if you can add an ebook, or just see if you can, improve the product better, or just make sure that all those improvements are being communicated through your listing. Make sure you're adding more value to people, and understand, don't focus on making money. First, focus on delivering value to people. When you deliver value to people, if they like it, people will pay for it, no matter what's the price. Then comes your listing quality. Now, when I speak about listing quality, here you're focusing upon images and also your health of bullet points, your title, and your backend search. Now, listing quality is very important, as I spoke in 2 minutes back. Now, you need to make sure your listing is very good, right? So, customers are not able to touch your product or feel your product. All that they are doing is they are just looking at the images and they are perceiving that this product will, look good, right? So make sure you have got excellent quality images. Now, when I speak about images, you need to make sure that you are trying to communicate all the improvements that you have made through your listing images, and also make sure your listing is well optimized and indexed well. So if you are able to, if you are having a good product, when I say good product, a product which has got demand, and then if you have taken care of all these four important parameters, and then if you're running your PPC campaigns, or if you're structuring your PPC campaigns and running your PPC campaigns well, right, then no one can ever stop you from getting sales. Well, while doing all this, also make sure you have got a healthy profit margin, because if your margins are poor, then you don't have enough oxygen to breathe. Now, if your margins are like very poor, under 30%, then it's really difficult. You'll not have enough money to spend on PPC, right? And also keep a close track on your return rate. You're getting good sales, your margins are high, but if your return rates is very high, then what's the point, right? So make sure that, I mean, these are all important parameters. Keep a close watch on all these parameters, and if you do so, no one, as I mentioned, you will just crush it, right? I hope this video is helpful. Thank you so much for spending your time. If you like this video, definitely give it a like and share it with your friends. Thank you so much once again. Have a great day. Goodbye.